Hey everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today I'm really excited to go over this Palmetto State Armory PSAK GF5, their AK version, with the red wood. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. So this, as I said, is the redwood version. Obviously they do have multiple versions of this firearm. They have a lighter wood, they have MOE versions and things like that. It ships with one 30 round mag if your state allows it. This is the Gen 2, I believe. I believe this is the Gen 2. And it ships with some Palmetto stickers and a gun lock and user manual. All right, so let's go ahead and review this. I will go from butt to tip. I'll show you the internals, give you my overall thoughts and so on. All right, so looking at the buttstock, first of all, it does have, as I said, the wood furniture, and it has a metal end plate right here. It does have a sling attachment at the bottom there, and you can see here it's attached with a screw and this piece here. So you can undo the screw and easily change the furniture out if you decide you don't like it or down the line you just want something different. Very easy to change out, very, very nice. Moving up, we have obviously the receiver here with the dust cover, and we have an enhanced safety. It's going to be really hard to show this on camera, but the lip on this safety here is extended out, which makes it really nice for manipulation for the safety. So you can do it with your index finger. So very cool. And then moving forward, obviously we have the charging handle, and it is stamped here GF5 for obviously the model number. So as you would expect, because if you've been paying attention to Palmetto State Armory at all, they have really moved leaps and bounds with their AKs. These things are absolutely legit. So these AK rifles have a hammer forged front trunnion, bolt and carrier. Again, PSA has been doing just amazing things with their AKs. The quality of their firearms is just phenomenal. So yeah, and then moving down here, obviously we have the paddle release for the magazine, which again is pretty standard. So take that out. One of the really nice things that I like that they've done is it has an upgraded trigger. This is the ALG AK trigger. They are very, very nice. I highly recommend any AK that you have that doesn't have one to add one. They're pretty simple to switch out. Also, they're pretty inexpensive, all things considered. So that is an upgrade I definitely recommend, but this came with upgraded, so that's awesome. And then obviously we have the redwood furniture pistol grip, or the grip right here. On the other side, this is for attaching a side rail mount. So essentially you would put that on and it puts a Picatinny rail up here where you can attach an optic if you wish. I don't have a rail with me to show you, but yeah, it just slides on there. You can get QD ones, clips on, and you can attach an optic up there. Moving forward, we have the rear sight, which is designed to go out to 800 yards. Again, this is a very typical AK sight. And you have the front post here. Again, very, very typical. This is your gas block up here, and we'll show you how to take that off in a second. Moving forward, we have a slant brake. Again, a very typical AK part. These are very, very easy to change on and off. I will do a close-up in a second of how to do these things for you. One thing that the PSA hasn't done in the past is they've included a cleaning rod for whatever reason, but these are shipping with a cleaning rod on the GF5s. So the pretty much the outside done. Oh, it does have another mount here for a clip for a sling attachment. The overall outside fit and finish is absolutely beautiful. Very nicely done. The craftsmanship is excellent. Very, very nice. All right, so let's change the camera angle and we'll do a close-up and we'll show you some of the features close up and the inside of the firearm. All right, so here we have the close-up. As you can see, some of the features a little better. As I say, the fit and finish is absolutely excellent. So let's go ahead, let's do the trigger first of all before I break this down. I'm going to let you know how the trigger feels with the take-up and the reset and so forth. So let's try this out. As I said, this is an aftermarket trigger. Let's see what we've got here. So there's just a little bit of take up, as you can see. Man, that was a very, very, very light break. Let's try that again. So a little bit of take up. I couldn't even feel a wall. Now this is a single stage, not double stage, so I mean you're technically not supposed to feel a wall, but when you pull this, it's just a little bit of take up. Very little pressure to get that all the way through there. Nice, clean, crisp break. Let's try the reset. A little bit of reset, a little bit of let out. Very tactile, very audible, as you heard. Just a fantastic trigger. As I say, these triggers are really, really nice, especially for the price. All right, so we're going to use a Wheeler trigger scale here. So let's see what this comes out to. 2 pounds, 7 ounces. It is a very light trigger. Let's do that one more time. And here we go. That came out at 2 pounds exactly. Since we had a bit of a variation there, let's do a third trigger pull and see what we get. Okay, here we go. 2 pounds, 11 ounces. So it's kind of, it's not been obviously super standard across the board, anywhere from 2 to a maximum of 3 pound trigger. As I said, it is a very light trigger. Very, very cool, very nice. I do like that trigger a lot. Okay, now to take, if you're new to AKs, to take them down, you're going to come back to, this is the dust cover, and you're going to come back to this button right here, and you're simply going to depress that in and then lift up your dust cover. So you're going to make sure that goes in far enough that it clears the dust cover, and then you're just going to simply lift up like so. And this is your guide rod, essentially, and guide spring, and this is your bolt right here. Now to take this assembly apart, you're simply going to push this part forward, and essentially how this is sitting in here, if I turn this to the side, maybe we'll get a better angle. Let me take this out. There's like a little ledge on either side, and it just slips in underneath 2 tabs right here, and that's how it sits in there. Okay, so once you've done that, I'd simply pull back on the bolt, and here your bolt carrier, and then this is your bolt in here, as you can see, and it is marked with the GF5. These are hammer forged, so they are designed to last. So here is the internals. You can see it's stamped here, and it's stamped 762. Obviously, this is where your trigger control group goes in. Again, these are pretty easy triggers to change out. There's lots of online tutorials if you wish to ever change it. Not you don't want to change the ALG out, but if you have an AK and you want to put in an ALG trigger, plenty of videos out there showing you how to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove the gas block. All right, now to remove the gas block, it's really simple. You're going to this tab on the side here. You're going to lift this up. Now, what you're going to have to do is when you, it might be a little difficult to see this on camera, but when I turn this, there's a little piece here that's curved. And basically you want it to be straight up like this. So there's nothing essentially touching the gas tube. Hopefully you guys can see that. And so if you have it lined up just right, you should just be able to pop off your gas block just like so. And there's your gas block. Very simple to remove. Again, if you don't like your furniture on your AK for any reason, you can switch this out again, or if you just want to have a change of scenery, you can change all this furniture out. No problem at all. Okay, so that is it, pretty much stripped down as far as we want to take it for this review. So obviously just go in reverse and put it back on together. So to do this, I just want to make sure I don't get my big head in the way here. So again, make sure this is lined up and it is straight, so you can put your gas block on. Slips down, excuse me, and then push that back, and then push your lever down again so it locks in place. That is it on. From there, you're going to take your bolt and your bolt carrier, and you are going to put that in, and you're going to have to make sure that it goes in at the back here. There's going to be grooves at the back that this has to slip into to get this carrier back in. Sorry, I was trying to make sure I don't trying to get my big head in the way again. All right, so slide that in, and then you're going to take the guide rod and spring. You're going to put in the top hole right there. And if you remember what I said before, there's a lip on either side of this, and so you're going to push this forward, and you're going to push those two lips under the two tabs on either side, and it locks in place. I think one of the most difficult things to do actually is putting the dust cover on. It can be a bit of a pain in the butt if you've not done it before. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to take the end piece, and there's a groove at the front, and you're going to push it in there. And then, okay, and then just bump, push it down until that tab comes out of the back like so. You're going to function test, make sure everything works a-okay, which it does. Now this is what I'll see if I can get a good shot of this. This is what I was saying. It has an extended safety lever piece right here, which enables you to manipulate the safety a lot easier. So that's just a cool little feature. So that is back together. So I forgot to mention the barrel here, and that's kind of a big point, and I totally skipped by it. The barrel is a 1 9.5 twist. It is an FN cold hammer forged barrel, chrome lined. The barrel is excellent. FN makes very, very good barrels, and this is absolutely no different. It is stamped at the front here with 762 by 39, and it's stamped with the FN also. So the barrels are legit. They're very, very nice. These AKs, the GF5s, really remind me of the AKE line that they had out just a little while ago that I have not seen them in stock for a year, maybe longer. And I kind of wonder if the GF5 is a replacement to the AKE. Now, I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying I wonder if it is, because this for me has a lot of the same specs as the AKE. It shoots brilliantly. Very, very nice shooting rifle. And again, with the FN barrel, cold hammer forged, and the hammer forged parts on here. Yeah, very, very, very nice rifle, and it really does remind me of the AKE. Another cool feature with AKs is how they take off their front brake. It's really simple. At the front of the post, there's a little dimple that you would depress in, make sure it's all the way in, and then you would simply just unscrew the brake and take it off. Like so, we're almost there. That's your brake off. That is how simple it is to change these out. And then there's a variety of obviously AK brakes you can put on. Now once you get down to the little detent, just depress it again, keep turning, and that is it. And you have successfully changed your flash hider or brake or whatever you decide to put on here. I really love that feature about AKs. I wish ARs were as simple to change. But yeah, so that is how you change that out. Very cool. So, you know, overall thoughts on these. They're coming in currently in the current market, and I hate to say price because obviously if you watch this video in a year's time, the price might have gone up or it might have gone down, it just depends. But you're talking about $1,000 for one of these AKs. Do I think they're worth it? Yeah, absolutely. I think that on the market right now, PSA is absolutely the leader in American AKs. They just keep improving. They are making a very, very nice AK nowadays. It has a lifetime warranty, also American made, 100% lifetime warranty. You've got the cold hammer forged barrel, you've got the hammer forged parts, you've got an ALG trigger, you've got some beautiful wood finish on here. Yeah, they are just fantastic rifles. Some mags you get might not fit, and all it usually requires is a little filing on the tab. That's not uncommon, it's just AKs. ARs, you know, we're so used to just everything fitting just perfectly. It's just not always the case with AKs. You might just have to do a little filing on your mags. But this is the Magpul Gen 3, and it fits just fine. This is my own personal one, and as I said, it came with the Gen 2, and that also fits just fine. So yeah. All right, folks, that is it. As I said, links in the description. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. It doesn't cost you a dime, but it really does help me out, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And if you have any questions, any comments, ask them below, and I'll be happy to get back to you whenever I can. And that's it. Until next time, I'll catch you later.